Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Our friends at the Southern Food and Beverage Museum are back in the kitchen this morning, this time making dessert. Here's Chef Dee Lavigne with a delicious chocolate pie recipe.
Hi, today I have for you a bittersweet chocolate pie. This pie is outstanding. If you are a chocolate lover, this thing is for you. So we're going to go over our basic ingredients. Of course, we need a pie shell. You can make your own or you can buy one. We have butter, granulated sugar, bittersweet chocolate. We have eggs and a little bit of egg wash for the pie crust. So the first thing we're going to do is put our eggs into the mixer, and we're going to use a wire whip attachment to beat those eggs, and we're going to do it for 5 minutes. So make sure you set your timer. You want them to be really, really frothy. So that's the first thing we're going to do is add the eggs. And we're going to turn it on high for 5 minutes. So next we're going to go ahead and add the butter and sugar to a pot. Normally I would do this in a double boiler, or if you have a non-stick pot, you can do it in there as well, but you have to make sure that you watch it. You don't want it to burn. So go ahead and add in your butter. And we're going to add in the sugar, granulated sugar. And I'm going to turn on the heat. I'm going to use a wire whisk to kind of get everything incorporated, and you only want it on long enough for your butter to melt and your sugar to dissolve. Once you've reached that stage, we're going to take it off of the heat and add in our chocolate chips. So for this particular recipe, I am using 18 ounces of unsalted butter, 9 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. We have 3 ounces of sugar and 6 eggs, 6 large eggs. So you're going to get your chocolate into the butter and you're going to mix it. You can take a look, you can see how it's starting to come together. It's going to look a little liquidy at first, but it's fine. The goal for this is just to get all that chocolate melted. You don't have to worry about trying to stir in all the butter. So it's okay if there's a little bit of butter that doesn't fully mix into the chocolate. So now that it's nice and mixed in, we're going to next temper our eggs. So we're going to add a little bit of this chocolate mixture into the whole eggs themselves. Slowly, we're going to add it in because we want those eggs to come to temp with the chocolate without cooking them. So now we're just going to take our whisk and whisk everything in. And you're going to whisk it in until all the foam is completely dissolved into the mixture. And again, like I said, this mix makes 2 pies. So if you are decent with culinary math, you can cut this recipe in half and just make 1 pie if you wish, or you can make both and give 1 to someone you love. All right, that is about it. So it's completely mixed in, looks great, and it smells awesome. So we're going to get our pie shell. We're going to go ahead and fill the shell about 3/4 of the way up. This is a brownie pie, so it won't rise that much. So you do want to make sure that you fill it a decent amount so that you'll have a whole pie. Once you have it set, we're going to put this on a tray. I'm going to brush the edges of our pie shell with some egg yolk and water just to help with that beautiful browning effect. And we're going to go ahead and put it into the oven, 325 degrees for about 20 minutes. So once you get your pie out of the oven, the way that you're gonna tell that it's done is you can kind of tap it a little bit on the top. It should feel a little jiggly, but not enough to depress and leave an indent. So our pie is done. Make sure it's completely cooled before you cut it. And we're gonna cut a wedge and show you what this pie looks like on the inside. It's completely delicious. It's beautiful, looks amazing, and goes great with ice cream. Of course, you can put a little whipped cream, some berries on that if you want, but this is our pie. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and please come down and visit us at the Southern Food and Beverage Museum.
Chef Dee's got to bring some of that pie in here. The museum on O.C. Haley Boulevard is open Thursdays through Mondays. They also have details on special events and cooking classes at their website, which is southernfood.org.